4:30 in the morning, actually nearly 5. I just packed everything in and have a quick break now, and then I'm heading off, meeting Joachim and Jordan at the McGrath Hill Servo, and then we are on our way to Burke for Simpson this year. Looking forward to it, and hopefully actually McDonald Ranges. So yeah, getting excited now. Yeah, we just had the first quick rest stop after 2 hours drive and had a look at the suspension from Jordan, and that's very low. To be honest, I'm quite concerned how low it is. He never toured in the vehicle before, and he hasn't been in there with 2 people. He has his dad with him, so they have double the stuff. And when they packed the truck yesterday, I guess, they noticed. I mean, the driver's side is pretty much, yeah, that's nearly hitting the guards. There would be not much suspension travel. At Orange for Wheel Drive Center, Andrew's place. So anything for wheel drive you need in Orange would be here, I guess. Cool. So we managed to source some springs, or Andrew did.
Andrew did, yes.
From Orange for Wheel Drive here, and he puts them in tomorrow morning for us, fortunately, and that means the guys should be running in tomorrow. Cool. Quite an important thing what we always do, we exchange keys, just in case that one of us loses a key. It's Friday today, the second day, technically. Officially we start the trip once we hit Burke.
What you gotta do?
John and Jordan were still in Orange, waiting for the new springs to be put in. And instead of staying in Burke, we decided to head a couple of 100 k's down the road to have a bush camp, and then wait for John and Jordan to catch up. So we are driving now from Wanaaring to Tippoburra. Up to Wanaaring the road dirt, but that was 10 weeks ago graded. They had a bit of rain to pack it. That was beautiful. We've been warned now that the road to Tibooburra is a bit worse. A couple of axle benders in there. We're looking in the meantime for a nice camp spot. Everything was super green and wildflowers everywhere. And yeah, I saw some tire tracks going in and found a beautiful little camp spot just off the main track. Yeah, just spectacular here. What's cooking today? Prawns, fresh onions, veggies, rice, and some tomato relish. At night, nothing beats bush TV, and a good bonfire is certainly one of the necessities for good camping, in my book at least. It's, what is it? Friday morning or Saturday morning? Day 3, I guess. We just heard faint reception from Jordan. So he's somewhere close here. He has his truck fixed and we should meet up with him fairly soon. Ah, here, that's where all the machines then on. Shit. Oh, the shearer's tools.
Yeah.
The swinging bridge outside of the shed pretty much led to the shearer's accommodation. If you have a look to the right, you saw the old bridge, so that was replaced recently to make it a bit safer for visitors. It swings quite a bit though. We finally made it to Tibooburra. I've never been there before. It's actually my fourth attempt. Every time something else came in between. So this time we made it. I didn't realize it is actually such a cool landscape around it. It's like someone all of a sudden threw boulders everywhere, like a marble field. I'd love to camp there actually for a night. We obviously were just driving through, so only had a little look around. But yeah, absolutely spectacular countryside. We filled up in Tibooburra and then planned to go to Cameron's Corner and from there use the old Strzelecki trek to Innamincka. The big open spaces in Australia never fail to amaze me. By the way, gibber comes from the Aboriginal word for stone. It is believed by many that the Gibber Plains are the most inhospitable place in Australia. We saw quite a few majestic eagles on the side of the road. We made it to Cameron's Corner, where the boundaries of the states Queensland, South Australia and New South Wales meet. When we realized we wouldn't make it to Innamincka today, we looked for a nice little bush camp spot. Sunday morning, we had a beautiful bush camp in the middle of nowhere and an absolutely stunning sunrise. Awesome. Fairly early up, quite a bit of stuff to cover, but did a drone shot, or Dan did a drone shot, us coming over the dunes, and the drone got lost. So we spent now 15 minutes finding the drone, but it went back home. And yeah, landed back there, so all good. And on we go now. So we just let a bit more tire down. Corrugation getting better. We just turned right into the old Strzelecki trek. I love the quirky bush art you quite often find in Australia, like these skeleton scarecrow made of old animal bones. I hope animal bones. So we just turned off and had a look at one of the oil wells here. That was actually a track which had no markings on, or no access sign, nothing. And yeah, we had a look at the oil well, quite interesting. But on the way out, truck pulled over and told us that it's very dangerous. Opened fire because there are gas in oil wells, and asked us friendly to leave, which we were doing anyway. Yeah, but all of a sudden I couldn't see anyone, so I was wondering, couldn't get anyone on the UHF. Waited a little bit, then I got Joachim on it, who mentioned, yeah, that they pulled over somewhere with a flat tire. How did you measure it? How did you measure it?
I think it came off the rim, mate, and then it just went.
Something sub through it. Our investigative journalist Mark, tell us, what did you find?
The culprit.
The metal plate. You followed the tracks back?
I followed the tracks back, and this was sticking, well, it was laying on the ground with, it was obviously maybe stuck in the ground. There's a picture of that as well.
We made our way to Innamincka, where we had a quick lunch, and also discovered that pretty much all the tracks are closed around Innamincka, including Walker's Crossing, which was a track we were planning to take. We're here at Innamincka, the campground. It's actually quite nice. And there's water in the river, kind of river. We were following a track, and that's supposed to be the fort. John is gonna walk it now. Yeah, I think we're turning around. Turned around and caught up with the other guys, which by then long arrived at the dig tree. So much for our shortcut. That's it. Don't see much anymore. I see the arrow. Kind of. Burke's face was carved into the face tree by John Dick in 1898, and it's still clearly visible. So we found a little camp spot not too far from the Dick tree. Oh.
You don't want to miss that on film now, mate.
Look at that. That's all footage we need.
That's all we need now.
Monday morning we had a bush camp close to Burke and Wills, or close to a Dick tree. It was mozzie infected. So we were fairly early in bed last night and decided in the morning. Mark got up at 5 o'clock or something, then Joachim started. So we all packed in a hurry and headed out of it around a couple of k's, just out into the Gibber Plains, and had brekkie there without hundreds of mozzies encirculating us. Now we're on the way to Birdsville. Cordillo Downs Road is closed, so we are going via no idea. Yeah, I have no idea.
Dan, can I borrow that fly spray because my car's full of f***ing mozzies?
Dan had a can of fly spray, so we nebulized our cars with fly spray. Probably not the most healthiest, but it certainly did work. So we just saw our first camel. However, disappeared over there. A couple of 100 meters further, we came across a big herd of donkeys. Dan had the drone up and Jake decided to have a run with the donkeys. So Jake, are you suggesting it would have been helpful to wear shoes when you decided to take off after the donkeys through these rocky Gibber Plain?
That depends. Are you recording this conversation?
That is correct.
Oh, look, it was a little bit rash, Stefan. My feet are stinging a little bit, but it's just more of an itching sting. So I think it'll be okay in a few minutes.
on the Cordillo Downs Road towards Birdsville. Just had a little rest stop where Dan discovered that the pop rivet in his roof rack got loose for the third time. He had that already twice at the workshop, and they supposedly used heavy duty pop rivets, but it's aluminium pop rivets. So he's now driving with 2 ratchet straps going through his cabin. We also had a group of people coming past, and the second truck was a Mitsubishi Triton with a camelback. The group was aware that the frame was broken. Yeah, it looked horrible, to be honest, but they still had the car fully loaded, the roof rack loaded, and just drove it. Quite amazing. We made it up to Birdsville, settled in at the local caravan park for the night, filled up our tanks and had a good feed at the Birdsville pub.